declaring a national period of mourning after a deadly crowd should kill at least 153 people who were out celebrating Halloween in the capital of Seoul. With a warning with some of the image, we're going to share our gratitude. Authorities are still investigating exactly what caused this crowd crash. But emergency officials first began receiving reports of people buried in crowd on Saturday evening. There were thousands of people out that night in an area of the city with very narrow street. As you can see, they are packed in alley and witness a people were trapped and panicked because they couldn't breathe.
With dozens of people being administered CPR on the sidewalks, no police say that have confirmed the identities of nearly all the those killed and families attempt to reunite loved one lost in the chaos. President Biden and the First Lady, by the way, have both offered their deepest condolences to the family of those even by this horrific tragedy. Let's take you to the cell note and world plus Rhaisya Sapna, who is on the scene shortly after this happened. We have officially gotten any closer to understanding exactly how all of this unfolded.
It seems as if this may have simply been a case of so many people so excited to be out for the first Halloween after COVID-19 restrictions. So 3 years of restrictions and people were packing into this area, and it is really heartbreaking. 97 of those who were killed are women. 56 men out of the 153 deaths, and they come from not just here in South Korea, the majority from South Korea, but really are over the world. I mean, the list I've just updated here: Norway, Australia, Japan, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Iran. All of these people, many of them in their 20s, in their 30s, are here having a great time and they never came home.
Most of those hurt or killed in the late teens and 20s. The local fire chief says young people from South Korea and beyond. Witnesses say Itaewon's iconic Halloween festivities always draw an international crowd. This video on Twitter shows an apparent lack of crowd control. A sea of bodies pouring into a tiny area, and ominous warnings tell people to be careful. Police and emergency crews rushed to the scene shortly after 10 p.m. local Saturday night. Yonhap News Agency reported emergency lines flooded with calls from people in the packaged area saying they were stuck, suffocating. Some who fell down apparently crushed under a groaning pile of people. Official causes of death not confirmed, but Yonhap reporting dozens suffered cardiac arrest. The fire chief calls this a presumed stampede. The investigation is ongoing. Social media video shows emergency crews struggling, pulling injured and unconscious victims from the narrow alleyways still jammed with hundreds, if not thousands of people. Anxious families and friends are desperately waiting for word, waiting for loved one who left for a night of Halloween fun and haven't come home.
Have you been there when the crowd started?
Yeah, and it was crazy. From 5 p.m. there were too many people on the street, so I was thinking, what's gonna be like?
How the crowd began?
That's really dangerous right now. People going up and down, so people can come down. But people keep coming up. It's gonna be crazy. I never to get out, but it's too crowded. People begin pushing from behind. It was like a wave. There was nothing you could do. People were suffocating, screaming, getting squeezed and falling. I think the police should control it.
How did they deal with the disaster?
There were so many people that they needed normal people to do CPR, so everyone started jumping into to help.
What do you think about the police and rescue workers at that time?
Seeing this as a problem, I think the police were not prepared enough. I know the policemen and rescue workers are working hard, but I would say there was a lack of preparation.
Okay, thank you.
This heartbreaking details to think about, there's custom and how recognizable some of the victims may have been stuck. This to give it some context, I mean that it's really silent that we're saying and not hearing, right? Because Itaewon, as some of you might know, even there before, is a popular entertainment night district. And please tell me that you know a lot of foreigners like of freaking in very popular with outsiders and back expat community. And just a quick question, when the crows harness, I guess circles crow expanded. Was there a parody or what exactly supposed to take place that night? There
Well, there were a lot of different parties thrown in. I should point out the place that you go if you want to have some drinks, have a meal, so it feels very, very personal for anybody that has come to Seoul and come to Itaewon, which is a very, very popular, iconic place, especially in Halloween. Halloween is always one of their biggest nights. I think people knew that this night was gonna be huge. I mean, there were live stream. People were saying this is gonna be the most wild Halloween party in Asia. You know, because people were so excited to just come back out and not have a wear mask on Halloween over 3 years. They had to wear a mask on Halloween and there were limits on crowd size. That wasn't the case this year. Well, you know, in terms of why people, that was the fact that alcohol was consumed a factor in all of these cardiac arrest cases. Some doctors saying that might be the case. It's still too early to figure that out because with such a high volume of bodies that still some of them identified families waiting to be notified. It's just gonna take time. That's all I have for now. Back to you, Barcelo and Firdi.
Alright, Sapna, thank you for being out there for us. We appreciate it. We express our condolences for the Itaewon Halloween crowd crash that occurred on October 2022. We hope that this incident will not happen again. That's the news for this morning. Follow the next update in Lowell Flash News 1 hour ahead. I'm Barcelo Dioba.
I'm Firdi Shaumi.
Good morning and see you later.